to me are sweet as roses in the morning. You to me are soft as summer rain at dawn, and love we share, that's something rare. The sidewalks in the street, the concrete and the clay beneath my feet begins to crumble, but love will never die, because we'll see the mountains tumble.
It's that time again, folks. Time for my little corner of the world, and this is your host for this evening, Ed Rambeau. Since you all seem to love the theme of my last show, Broadway Showstoppers, I've decided to continue along with a similar motif by making tonight's theme Broadway Favorites. And to open tonight's show, here's a song from the musical Company with music and lyrics by Stephen Sondheim. The song appears at the end of Act 2 and is sung by the main character, Robert, a 35-year-old bachelor who at the show's end realizes being a lone wolf isn't all that it's cracked up to be. He declares that he wants to take the chance, be afraid, get his heart broken, or whatever happens when you decide to love and be loved. In other words, he wants to be a part of being alive.
Someone to hold you too close, someone to hurt you too deep, someone to sit in your chair and ruin your sleep and make you aware of being alive. Someone to need you too much, someone to know you too well, someone to pull you up short and put you through hell and to give you support for being alive. Being alive, make me alive, make me confused, mock me with praise, let me be used, vary my days, but alone is alone, not alive. Somebody hold me too close, somebody force me to care, somebody make me come through, I'll always be there, as frightened as you of being alive, being alive, being alive. Someone you have to let in, someone whose feelings you spare, someone who, like it or not, will want you to share a little, a lot of being alive. Make me alive, make me confused, mock me with praise, let me be used, vary my days, but alone is alone, not alive. Somebody crown me with love, somebody force me to care, somebody make me come through, I'll always be there, as frightened as you, to help us survive. Being alive, being alive, being alive, being alive.
That was Being Alive from Company, which, by the way, is currently back on Broadway with a female portraying the original male lead of Bobby. Moving on with tonight's theme, Broadway Favorites, Here's one which became a hit song recorded by English-born Australian singer Olivia Newton-John from her performance in Grease. It was written and produced by John Farrar and originally performed by Newton-John in the film version of the musical Grease in 1978. The song received an Oscar nomination as Best Original Song, losing to Last Dance from Thank God It's Friday at the 51st Academy Awards. In June 2004, its composer Farrar recalled writing the song and claimed he spent the longest period writing the lyrics of any song he'd ever written, further claiming he used every thesaurus and every rhyming dictionary he had just to try to make it work properly. I'm sure by now you've guessed it's hopelessly devoted to you, and here's my version.
Guess mine is not the first heart broken. My eyes are not the first to cry. I'm not the first to know there's just no getting over you. Alone, I'm just a fool who's willing to sit around and wait for you. But baby, can't you see, there's nothing else for me to do. I'm hopelessly devoted to you. But now there's nowhere to hide. Since you pushed my love aside, I'm out of my head, hopelessly devoted to you. Hopelessly devoted to you. Hopelessly devoted to you. My head is saying, fool, forget her. My heart is saying, don't let go. Hold on to the end. That's what I intend to do. I'm hopelessly devoted to you. But now there's nowhere to hide. Since you pushed my love aside, I'm out of my head, hopelessly devoted to you. Hopelessly devoted to you. Hopelessly devoted to you.
Composer Julie Stein wrote the music for this next Broadway favorite, with lyrics by Bob Merrill, for their 1964 Broadway musical, Funny Girl, starring Barbra Streisand, who introduced the song. It also was released as a single in 1964 with I Am Woman, a solo version of You Are Woman, I Am Man, also from Funny Girl. In 1998, Streisand's version was inducted in the Grammy Hall of Fame. The song in question is now synonymous with Barbra Streisand and is often used as her theme song. And here's my rendition of People. People who need people are the luckiest people.
children, needing other children, and yet letting our grown-up pride hide all the need inside, acting more like children than children. Lovers are very special people. They're about the luckiest people in the world. With one person, one very special person, a feeling deep in your soul says you were half, now you're whole. No more hunger and thirst, but first be a person who needs people. People who need people are the luckiest people in the world. With one person, one very special person, a feeling deep in your soul says you were half, now you're whole. No more hunger and thirst, but first you gotta be a person who needs people. People who need people are the luckiest people in the world.
From Funny Girl, we go to this next Broadway favorite composed by Mitch Lee with lyrics written by Joe Darian. The song is the most popular song from the 1965 Broadway musical Man of La Mancha and is also featured in the 1972 film of the same name starring Peter O'Toole. The complete song is first sung by Don Quixote as he stands vigil over his armor in response to Aldonza's question about what he means by following the quest. A version recorded by Jack Jones peaked at number 35 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 chart and reached number 1 on the Adult Contemporary chart. And now you're about to hear my version of this classic Broadway favorite, The Impossible Dream.
To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world will be better for this, that one man, scorned and covered with scars, still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable star.
Stephen Sondheim composed this next Broadway favorite for his 1973 musical A Little Night Music. It is a ballad from Act Two in which the character Desiree reflects on the ironies and disappointments of her life. Among other things, she looks back on an affair years earlier with the lawyer Frederick, who was deeply in love with her, but whose marriage proposal she had rejected. Meeting him after so long, she realizes she is in love with him and finally ready to marry him, but now it is he who rejects her. He is in an unconsummated marriage with a much younger woman. Desiree proposes marriage to rescue him from this situation, but he declines, citing his dedication to his bride. Reacting to his rejection, Desiree sings this song written by Sondheim specifically for Glynis Johns, who created the role of Desiree on Broadway. The song is structured with 4 verses and a bridge and uses a complex compound meter. It became Sondheim's most popular song after Frank Sinatra recorded it in 1973, and Judy Collins' versions charted in 1975 and 1977. Subsequently, numerous other artists recorded the song, and it has become a standard and one of Sondheim's biggest hits. Send in the Clowns. Isn't it rich? Are we a pair? Me here at last on the ground, you in midair. Send in the clowns. Isn't it bliss? Don't you approve? One who keeps tearing around, one who can't move. Where are the clowns? Send in the clowns. Just when I stopped opening doors, finally knowing the one that I wanted was yours, making my entrance again with my usual flair, sure of my lines, no one is there. Don't you love farce? My fault, I fear. I thought that you'd want what I want. So sorry, my dear. But where are the clowns? Send in the clowns. Don't bother, they're here. Isn't it rich? Isn't it queer? Losing my timing this late in my career. Where are the clowns? There ought to be clowns. Well, maybe next year. That was Send in the Clowns, and I hope you enjoyed my take on it. For those of you who may have just tuned in, you're listening to Ed Rambeau, and this is My Little Corner of the World on MemoryLaneOldies.com. Tonight's theme, Broadway favorites. However, before going one step further, you all know what time it is. It's time for America's favorite pussycat, Talking Tom. How you feeling tonight, little buddy?
Actually, Eduardo, I'm not feeling up to par because Angelina made dinner tonight.
Oh, what did she make?
I don't exactly know what to call it. All I know is she's such a bad cook that at our house we pray after we eat. The other night, she made chocolate mousse and an antler got stuck in my throat.
Oh, stop it.
Before dinner, I asked her what she wanted to drink and she told me to make her a zombie. I told her sorry, but God already beat me to it. Last Halloween, Sheldon wanted a scary Halloween costume, so I made him dress up to look like his mother.
Tom?
The other night, Angelina wasn't feeling well, and she said to me, "Do you see how sick I look? I'm so sick that when I look in the mirror, I want to throw up." I said, "Look at the bright side. At least your eyesight is good."
Tom, come on, behave yourself. How can you be so horrible to that sweet wife of yours?
Sweet? Angelina? I'll tell you, some days that woman has me so confused, I don't even know what my sexual orientation is. What's the one where you like girls but they don't like you back?
Oh, come on now. It really can't be all that bad.
You don't know the half of it. By the way, I think Angelina is pregnant again.
Pregnant? What makes you say that?
Well, we went out for ice cream last night, and when the clerk asked her what flavor, she said pickle.
Say goodnight, Tom.
Sure, no problem. But before I go, do you mind if I ask you something?
Of course not. Go right ahead.
Did you ever take singing lessons?
Nope, never did. Not a one.
It shows.
Just say goodnight.
Good night, everybody. See you back here in 2 weeks. But for now, since Eduardo is going to start singing again, my catnip eagerly awaits.
Good night, you little rascal. So there you have it, folks. America's favorite pussycat, Talking Tom. Returning now to tonight's theme, Broadway favorites. From the proclaimed musical The Pajama Game, written by Richard Adler and Jerry Ross in 1954, comes this next Broadway favorite, introduced by John Raitt in the original production. In the show, John Rait's character Sid sings it to a recording device, telling himself that he's foolish to continue his advances to Babe. He plays the tape back, and after responding to his own comments, sings a duet with himself entitled, Hey There.
Hey there, you with the stars in your eyes. Love never made a fool of you. You used to be too wise. Hey there, you on that high-flying cloud. Though she won't throw a crumb to you, you think someday she'll come to you. Better forget her, her with her nose in the air. She has you dancing on a string. Break it and she won't care. Won't you take this advice I hand you like a brother? Or are you not seeing things too clear? Are you too much in love to hear? Is it all going in one ear and out the other? Hey there, you with the stars in your eyes. Love never made a fool of you. You used to be too wise. Hey there, you on that high-flying cloud. She won't throw a crumb to you. So what makes you think she'll come to you? You just better forget her, her with her nose in the air. She has you dancing on a string. Break it and she won't care. Won't you take this advice I hand you like a brother? Or are you not seeing things too clear? Are you too much in love to hear? Is it all going in one ear and out the other?
In 1962, this next Broadway favorite was written by Leslie Bricusse and Anthony Newley and introduced by Newley himself in the musical Stop the World, I Want to Get Off. It comes at the end of Act 2 to close the show. Bricusse and Newley received the 1961 Ivor Novello Award for Best Song musically and lyrically. At the 1963 Grammy Awards, it won the award for Song of the Year. The song was a hit for Sammy Davis Jr. in the year of its publication, peaking at number 17 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart and at number 6 on the Billboard Easy Listening chart. The song, of course, is
What kind of fool am I who never fell in love? It seems that I'm the only one that I have been thinking of. What kind of man is this? An empty shell, an empty cell in which a lonely heart must dwell. What kind of a clown am I? What do I know of life? Why can't I cast away this mask of clay and live my life? Why can't I fall in love till I don't give a damn? And maybe then I'll know what kind of
What Kind of Fool Am I? Such a great song. Next, we have a song written and composed by Frank Lesser in 1950 and first performed by Robert Alda. The song was featured in the musical Guys and Dolls. The lyrics show the point of view of a gambler, Sky Masterson, who hopes that he will win a bet, the outcome of which will decide whether or not he is able to save his relationship with the girl of his dreams. He shakes the dice and sings, "Luck be a lady."
They call you Lady Luck, but there is room for doubt. At times you have a very unladylike way of running out. You're on a date with me. The pickings have been lush, and yet before this evening is over, you might give me the brush. You might forget your manners. You might refuse to stay. And so the best that I can do is pray. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck if you've ever been a lady to begin with. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck, let a gentleman see how nice a dame you can be. I know the way you've treated other guys you've been with. Luck, be a lady with me. A lady doesn't leave her escort. It isn't fair, it isn't nice. A lady doesn't wander all over the room and blow on some other guy's dice. So let's keep the party polite. Never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby, I'm the fella you came in with. Luck be a lady tonight. A lady wouldn't flirt with strangers. She'd have a heart, she'd have a soul. A lady wouldn't make little snake eyes at me when I've bet my life on this roll. So let's keep the party polite. Never get out of my sight. Stick with me, sister, I'm the fella you came in with. Luck be a lady. Oh, luck be a lady. Luck be a lady tonight.
This next Broadway favorite is a torch song sung by the character of Nancy in the 1960 musical Oliver, written by Lionel Bart. Georgia Brown, who was the first actress to play Nancy, introduced the song. It is a love ballad expressing Nancy's love for her criminal boyfriend Bill Sikes, despite his mistreatment of her. This song's popularity grew by virtue of renditions by several popular singers, including Shirley Bassey, who reached number 2 for 5 weeks on the United Kingdom charts. Bassey's recording became one of the highest sellers of 1960, staying on the UK charts for 30 weeks. The song has also been sung by male singers such as Sammy Davis Jr.'s recording, which reached number 19 on the Billboard Easy Listening chart when he sang it by simply changing the pronoun from he to she, just like I'm about to do with As Long as She Needs Me.
As long as she needs me. Oh yes, she does need me, in spite of what you see. I'm sure that she needs me. Who else would love her still when they've been through the mill? She knows I always will, as long as she needs me. I miss her so much when she is gone, but when she's near me, I don't let on. The way I feel inside, the love I have to hide, the hell I've got my pride, as long as she needs me. She doesn't say the thing she should, she acts the way she thinks she should, but all the same I'll play this game her way, as long as she needs me. I know where I must be. I'll cling on steadfastly, as long as she needs me, as long as life is long. I'll love her, right or wrong, and somehow I'll be strong, as long as she needs me. If you are lonely, then you will know when someone needs you, you love them so. I won't betray her trust, though people say I must. I've got to stay true, just as long as she needs me.
With regard to the final Broadway favorite for this evening, from the Broadway smash entitled A Chorus Line, director Michael Bennett explained his view regarding the inception and placement within the show of the song entitled One. Michael Bennett said, quote, "I want the audience to walk out of the theater saying, 'Those kids shouldn't be in the chorus.' And I want people in the audience to go to other shows and think about what's really gone into making that chorus. It fades with them kicking. That's it. That's the end of the show. There are no bows. I don't believe in bows. Just the fade out. That's what a dancer's life is." Unquote. The dancers finally danced the chorus number for an unnamed and unseen star. They are all wearing uniforms, so it is impossible to tell them apart. The uniqueness that made them all so interesting throughout the show has now been damaged by the reality of show business. That being said, please enjoy my rendition of this incredible finale song entitled One.
singular sensation, every little step she takes. One thrilling combination, every move that she makes. One smile and suddenly nobody else will do. You know you'll never be lonely with you. Know who? She walks into a room and you know she's uncommonly rare, very unique, peripatetic, poetic and chic. She walks into a room and you know from her maddening poise, effortless whirl, she's a special girl. Strolling, can't help all of her qualities extolling. Loaded with charisma is my jauntily sauntering ambling shambler. She walks into a room, moment in her presence, shuffle along, join the parade. She's the quintessence of making the grade. For the girl is second best to none. Oh, strong to stop, can't get enough. Ooh, sigh, give her your attention. Do I really have to mention she's the, she is what I want. One singular sensation, every little step she takes. One thrilling combination, every move that she makes. One smile and suddenly nobody else will do. You know you'll never be lonely with you. Know who? And you can't forget the rest. For the girl is second best to none. Sigh, ooh, sigh, give her your attention. Do I really have to mention she's the
Once again, my friends, that about wraps it up. But remember, for those of you who still haven't read my novel, From a Distant Mirror, it's still available to read for free. Just go to inkit.com, that's INKITT.com, and type the title, From a Distant Mirror, into the website's search box. All I ask is that you leave an honest review at the end. That being said, this is Ed Rambeau, and from my little corner of the world to yours, with nothing but love in my heart, here's wishing you an awesome remainder of your evening with our dear friend Ron Baker. So let's return now to Ron's record shop, and good night with buckets of love, everyone.